Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping.
Right, so we have a really sad song.
Yeah, that's super sad.
We picked a really sad song.
Andreina picked that song.
I did. That's the song that people use to kind of, sorry, to say like sadness creeps in again.
I was thinking of the Broken Dreams one, but we'll probably save that for next week.
Broken Dreams. Hello, everybody. We are back.
Hi.
All Things Mets Talk with Andreina and
Brenda. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
This is going to be a ranting
Hi, everybody.
rage. Yes, we're here to vent. This is going to be a vent session.
This is our weekly group therapy.
Yes.
So welcome.
And hey, Marge, how you doing?
Hi, Marge, Mark,
So
Christina, Emily, thank you.
Yay. So
where do we start?
Yeah, where do we start?
You want to start with Lopez?
Well, yeah, let's go to the latest. Okay. Oh, do we want to wait on this though for more people to see it?
All right, sure.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. And then we're going to we'll show you a clip from Lopez's major meltdown yesterday, and which exemplifies the whole season, the way not only we're feeling frustrated, the players are feeling frustrated, management doesn't know what to do. But you want to just say, like in a clip, if you missed what happened.
So you want to show it now? Okay.
No. If you wanted to talk about it.
Oh, talk about it first.
Yeah. So what happened?
Well, I think Lopez. My first reaction was, he represents me right now. The frustration.
If you had a glove on, you'd throw it too, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw it on the ground, not to the stands. I don't know if that's any better. But I think, and now the more I think about it, he might have done this on purpose to get out of the team. I don't know. We'll never know. But I'm just thinking like he represents a lot of us, and the way he did it probably is not the right way, but it was the right way for him to leave the team.
Well, does everybody know exactly what happened? Because we do have people that might have missed the game, right? And people outside of our market. He wasn't pitching well. He had a call go against him, or he felt like it went against him. I felt like it was the right call.
Yeah, he was waiting for the ump to call the check swing from Freeman,
the third base.
And he also had a horrible throw to third that Beatty couldn't catch. So.
And then when he gets pulled out of the game, as he's, still mouthing off, he whips his, he takes his shirt,
untucks
his shirt and throws his glove into the stands. And worst thing about it was that I think it was
we're gonna have to show it.
It was some Yankee fan that caught the glove.
For the Mets, it just got worse as Jorge Lopez barking at the third base umpire Ramon De Jesus, who did not call a check swing on Freddie Freeman.
I mean, Nito's saying he didn't say anything. I mean, Lopez is barking at him.
I mean, Ramon could have let it go.
He could have let it go, but
he's got a short fuse.
Sometimes you got to sense the frustration from the players, but still, that was above and beyond, in my estimation, from Lopez.
Lopez getting pulled down by his manager, who wants to avoid a suspension.
There it goes.
This won't help.
Can't do that. You just can't.
So, and then to make even matters worse, besides the Yankee fan catching the glove in the stands, you had an interview
what
with
is a
him.
Yankee fan doing there?
I know. Why? Just to rub it in that they're playing better than the Mets?
I don't know.
So the interview, I forget who, maybe it was Steve Gelb. Somebody asked him.
I have it here. Do you want to see
Oh,
it?
you have the interview too.
I
Whoa, follow up with the interview.
Hi,
Let's
Tom.
do it.
Yes,
Hi,
strawberry
hi.
day. Strawberry
Yes.
picking day. Okay.
Yes, we're focused on meltdown day.
We're
with
going to the
Lopez.
video.
We're going to the
Particular action of throwing your glove into the stands was unacceptable. Looking back on it, do you regret doing that?
No. I don't regret it. I think I've been looking the worst teammate probably in the whole fucking league. So, whatever happened. So, whatever they want to do it. I'll be tomorrow here if they want me, whatever they want to do. So, I'm gonna keep doing this thing, So, I'm healthy on whatever, on whatever to do,
Okay, I have one thing to say. English is not my first language. The first thing I'm going to say, he should have an interpreter there because his English is not great. He blah, 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 mumbles, and then I'm in the worst teammate. Nobody knows if he said team or teammate. So we can talk about what he said, what he didn't say, but Mets should have had an interpreter there. I don't know why he got DFA because of the glove, not because what he said. I don't know, but I think he should have an interpreter. And
but he gets the interpreter, not the Mets.
The Mets have an official interpreter there for all the non-speaking.
Yeah, in all different languages.
Yeah, well, mostly Spanish.
They should have an English one too, because some of them can't speak English.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm saying they're English, but they need help.
Yeah, but you know my point. They should have.
Yeah, no,
because it leads to so many misinterpretations.
Yeah, he said that he didn't say that he wasn't talking about the Mets, but we kind of agree with him.
But I think Carlos Mendoza said that throwing the glove is like something like it's unacceptable. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what did it. So whatever he said, he could have said that after he got DFA'd. I don't know.
Yeah. So it just really sums up the season, though. This whole frustration and what they're going through and how many ways can you actually lose? I mean, the Mets are going to check every single box off this year.
I had a weird, wacky thought today. The whole betting thing. I don't bet on anything. I don't like that. But can you bet on like bad plays? No, only on good stuff, right? Because you can drop a ball and say, oh, Lindor is going to drop the ball on the second inning.
But who would be betting? The players, you're saying, are betting and then dropping?
Like, hey, Lindor, can you drop the ball on the third inning so I can make $1,000? No, okay. It was just a weird thought.
No, absolutely not.
Hi, Jessica.
Yeah.
How can the Mets lose? Let me count the ways. We have.
Yes.
There's going to be more ways.
Yeah, I know.
I can tell you that right now.
How about they're winning by like 10 in the like top or bottom of the ninth, and they blow a 10-run lead? We haven't seen them blow a 10-run lead yet.
And they've blown all these extra inning things, even with the runner on second, the ghost runner. Like, it's just unacceptable.
But when they're home, they've already given up too many runs and the extra innings to even catch up.
Hi, Yuki.
Hi, you.
He says, yes, X-rays came all negative, and also the CT scan came negative. So I think he's day to day. So good news.
So good news for him. I never want to see anybody get hurt. I'm glad that he's fine. Let him just try to make his way back and start playing well, and then we'll have a conversation about whether we keep him or not.
Yeah. Yuki says, I want to bet the first coach to get fired, Hefner, Barnes, or Chavez.
That is the three that Stearns inherited.
He's probably
so I would think that he wants to bring his own coaching staff in. I think Mendoza's a keeper because he's rookie year, so they're not going to get rid of him. And
it's mostly player performance. Not so much. He's made some moves, questionable moves in the bullpen and everything, but he's also made good ones. So
yeah, I know.
Jury's still out.
You know, he's made mistakes, but every coach makes mistakes. But
True.
The players just haven't helped at all. And I think as far as if you're going to get rid of coaches, who is that? Yuki mentioned that comment. Those are the coaches because we go with Barnes batting.
Jessica says Barnes needs to go.
Yeah.
And she's undecided about Hefner.
Yeah, you know what? The starting pitching, I was looking at their ERAs. Unfortunately, their win-loss record's not good because they don't win enough.
Mm-hmm.
But their ERAs are decent. We've had some good starting pitching on the team. And even, look who we brought up, McGill. He pitched well. We brought up Peterson. He pitched well.
It's like a Russian roulette. They're like, who's going to mess up today? Is it your turn? Is it your turn? Like, who's next to mess up? Like,
I know who's the
you can't even go like, oh, he's been
pitch
consistently bad, get him out of there. No, bad, good, and then the other one's bad, good. It's just crazy.
I think the consistency is a problem because if they're not pitching well, the hitters are hitting fine, right? They're scoring runs. If they're not hitting, the pitchers are they can't get in sync and the errors are ridiculous. That's another one.
Yeah. Oh, the defense, horrible.
Just
Jessica said the bullpen has been overworked because the starters could not go past 5 innings for so long. That's true.
But you know what? Who makes that decision? I agree when they couldn't go 5 innings because they're not pitching well and their pitch count is high. But how about times when you feel like they're at that point where just keep them in.
And the next one screws it all up.
No, just keep them in another inning, please. Yeah. Why are you holding back?
How many times have they, the reliever pitcher that comes in the 6th inning screws everything up? How many times have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
I've seen it infinite times.
So what? I know it's exasperating. It really is.
Yeah. And I want to say one more thing about Lopez's comment. The Mets are not the worst right now. The White Sox are the worst because they have a 263 average. So and the American League, like in Major League Baseball, the White Sox are the worst.
If you look
right
at the last 2 weeks, I'd say the Mets are probably worse. Did Chicago actually win any games in the last 2 weeks?
I don't know. I'm not following
It's close.
them.
I just know that they are so close to the cellar right now in their division. And who would have thought that? When Miami started poorly, when Washington started poorly, who would have thought that the Mets would be in that, at the bottom?
Mets are rated worst fielding in the league, says Emily.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not. Yes.
Yeah. By the way, they don't have the most blown saves. It is someone else. Who is it?
Did you look it up?
I did look it up.
Well, I don't know where it is.
The Mets have 10 blown saves.
I'm going to show our Instagrammers. Look at Brenda's notes.
No, I don't know. Somebody else has 12. Somebody else look it up. But I just know they're not the worst in that area. But they are trending that way.
I know. They're definitely competing for that. Let's see what Tom says. I think the Mets just are not that good. Oh, how kind is he?
Yeah.
They need to keep rebuilding. The team needs a tear down. I think the hitting the fan, the stuff that hit the fan yesterday was probably a good thing, right? We were talking about it. Like something needed to happen. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad or it's going to continue, but what Lopez said is what we're all dying to say.
Yeah.
In a way, and express.
Of course, it was, he shouldn't have thrown his glove.
No, exactly.
And then there was a team meeting too that was prompted by Lindor. He led the meeting.
Wait, let me say with this one more thing about and from Emily. She said in May they have let up something like 35 or 34 runs in the 8th run or later.
Ridiculous.
In the 8th inning. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So yeah, the meeting
and they left a lot of runners on base in
oh,
those
yeah.
games,
and a lot of walks.
So even when you felt like okay, the relief pitching wasn't going to do the job, when they got runners on base, you're like, okay, that's all right. We can drive some runs in. We can build enough lead that our relievers can hold the game and
lead.
and hold the lead.
They blown saves, they're like blown leads,
and
like, you name it.
No. So Lindor, it's funny. What were they saying about Lindor? Because people just don't think of him as a leader.
I heard great things.
He's supposed to be a leader, but like they were joking about it. Like he's like, oh, I'm accountable. Like he's like, who cares?
Well,
I mean, people were saying, how could you be accountable if you can't produce on the field? You know, you're not hitting, you're batting 200. How are you the leader of this team if you can't show the team how to do it?
He's the one doing all the press conferences he did a press conference for 10 minutes taking the really tough questions. I have to say I did not see it, but I heard from other people that saw it he did excellent responding and showing leadership. You're not a leader when you're great. You show up when you're a leader when you're down. So I think he's showing he's a leader. He's been as a player, he's not doing great like everybody on the team, but addressing the press, which is something that not everybody can do, as you can see from Lopez, he's doing a really good job.
So I'm not saying that he shouldn't be doing it or, he's not a leader. I'm just saying everybody cut into him and said, this is ridiculous. We don't want to hear from you. A lot of Met fans said
Jessica says he's a cheerleader, but not a leader. And Yuki says, I love Lindor, but it's hard to take him seriously with the funny color and how low batting average. Yeah, but one thing is the player and one thing is the person who has to deal with all the press and the reporters and all these questions. So imagine you having to answer like, why you suck? Why do you suck? Why do you suck? Repeatedly. So I give him a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, I'm not against Lindor. I've always been a fan of Lindor. I think he's tremendous in the field. He's always been consistent. Of course, there were a few games just recently. Nobody's
consistent.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Nobody.
But overall, fielding is his forte. But he's got to do more too. And by the way, so I didn't see the interview either. Did he say that I got to do more? I mean, he should say that. He should also put it on himself. And I don't know if he does that.
Wow, Emily's got we're going into the selling topic.
Yeah.
And so Emily just hit it.
This is a rant fest. So we can just throw it all out there. We're not dictating what you want to rant
safe
about.
Environment.
Everybody,
But she says, I hate to say this, and it's fine, Emily. This is a safe environment. I love the Mets, but at this point, I'm okay with selling anyone besides Alvarez. And I agree.
Most people are saying that. And you know what? That very well, is going to be the case. Everybody's going to be on the table. Stearns is going to wheeling and dealing and who do you need? And
we can see that Stearns is an action guy. He's not like waiting a minute to do anything. So I like that. I know they're just trying to get their numbers and trying to figure out everything, but they're gonna heads are gonna roll.
I have to say though, with the starting pitching, there's a few starting pitchers that I would not get rid of. All right, and so I like Severino, even though he has a 1-year contract.
He's probably gonna be going.
No,
he's one of the good ones that we can negotiate. It's a good question. What happened to him? Lindor was top 10 in the MVP award past 2 years.
Yeah.
It's because he's playing for the Mets now.
2 years ago, the Mets won 101 games.
Mark says to Trey Lindor and Alonso for Ellie. Yeah, I wonder when we're gonna get Ronnie back. Ronnie Mauricio.
Yeah, he's on the table too, by the way.
He probably is. So Emily will keep Tyler McGill.
Yeah,
he pitched so well.
Well, let's give him a few games before.
Yeah.
I mean, like one game. That's not a good sample size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other things you guys want to rant about? Let me see.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say too, there was we have Daryl Strawberry day on Saturday, and I'm gonna make this comment because I think it's relevant. He was interviewed on FAN.
Oh yeah.
And when he came up, he was just a stud. He was so amazing, electric. He was just had such a great swing and so much power. And so the announcer or the host had asked him, like, how did you consistently do that? And he said, you know what? I learned that I had to make adjustments because the pitchers are going to make adjustments on me once they get to know
what I like and what I hate.
Right. Or what my weaknesses are. And I thought that was such a good answer. And I just wonder sometimes some of these players aren't making the proper adjustments to improve whether it's in their fielding or swinging or, like even the pitchers, like that is a key component.
I would say they are, whether
right?
they're probably not, making the right adjustments. But they're always on the iPads and looking at themselves, how they did.
Maybe they're reading like Facebook or something.
Too much TikTok. All right. So Jessica said she would keep McGill, Peterson, Vientos, Alvarez, Scott, Nemo, and Beatty.
Ooh, wow. You keep more than me.
She would not cry at all if anyone else disappeared from Citi Field.
Oh my gosh.
Yep,
yeah.
Well, and let me see what Emily says. Also, if we had black players or young players who didn't have proven track records, I feel better about them being terrible. But watching good players underperform is painful. Oh, McNeil is. And I know you.
You know what? Let's throw this out on the table because I think this is really important too. Who out there thinks it's more of a chemistry thing? So we know we have talented players because they've proven themselves. They won. Several of these guys have won in the past. They won 101 games.
I think it could be something about the energy because there's so much frustration that that's probably why they call that meeting, because they probably go like, okay, they're probably talking like blah 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 here in the showers, blah 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 here's somewhere else, maybe where they eat or whatever. So that's why they were like, okay, let's all talk face to face. And I think that's probably the reason, because there's a lot of blah 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 blah, blah little chatter, negative chatter.
Think there's a lot of dissension going on.
I think so, and that's why they did that meeting.
So it's interesting because when they win, like I feel like they are like best friends, and I know that's what winning does. But did you see the game that they came back and they won on Sunday? I just felt like they were jumping on each other and
walk off.
Yes, yeah. I just thought, you know what? This is like a completely different team than the ones that we see hanging their heads day in and day out.
Yeah.
And, kicking the dirt and throwing their gloves. And
Emily says that 100% chemistry, they're all playing for themselves and not the team.
So, it's like, is it the chicken or, what's chicken or egg, like, no, but what is it? Like, is it because they're losing and then they don't have the chemistry? Or if they were winning, everybody be like, what a great chemistry on this team. They're like, still connected.
Winning definitely helps.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know. That's why I do think they need to get rid of some coaches, because I think it has to send a message. And of course, we have the players that we want to get rid of too. But let's start with some of these coaches.
Yeah. Start with the coaches because they're like just sitting there. I see what Jessica has to say. The Mets need someone like JD Martinez to step up and provide veteran leadership and stop having everyone happy while losing. We need them to show more passion, just not quite as much as Lopez, the negative passion. Well, JD, I mean, he's got like a year contract, he doesn't, I don't know.
I don't even think he wants to be on a team now. I mean, this guy is getting older. He wants to be on a winning team. He was on the Dodgers last year, but they didn't go all the way. I think he's looking for that World Series ring. And I thought he, in his mind, he was thinking, this is a team that eventually,
well, he's not really performing.
No, he's part of it. Yeah. He's part of it, but I don't think he's happy. And you know what? That Jessica made a really good point. After they lost, it was yesterday. I mean, they lost twice. Which one? I mean, right? After, oh my gosh, which game? There's so many that they've lost.
The one they blew the save or the one they lost the lead?
They lost. They got swept. So I think it was last night's game. I just felt like they were smiling there on the dugout when they were losing. After Lopez just went crazy. Like, why are you smirking like that?
No.
Yeah. It was the second. Yeah. They were just, they showed the players, and I felt like there wasn't this like down and out feeling. And I wondered like if they're starting to accept, like kind of like the way we are laughing about some of these games going, oh my God, what else could it be? And we laugh about it in a way because it helps us, deal with it. I wonder if they're feeling like,
I don't know.
Oh, what the hell? It's over.
Yeah,
ha, ha, ha.
I just think it's not funny, but it's interesting that Steve Cohen made that tweet or whatever X comment about we're going to be selling, right? And then Stearns comes on the press conference and says, "Oh, I think we still have a chance." So I think Stearns was definitely doing damage control from Steve's comment because nobody liked that comment coming from him.
So it wasn't supposed to be public, and he said that's not was his intention. That he said we're going to.
So I think that's why Stearns.
So I think. That didn't help because players know about that.
Because I think that would get everybody demoralized.
I think it should do the opposite. It should get them pumped up and say, "Oh, who knows? I want to prove myself."
Let's say what Met 2128 says. I say get rid of Barnes, Hefner, and Mendoza. They have become a cancer that this team needs to cut away.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about this. Mendoza's not going to be gone because he's a rookie manager. He's going to make mistakes. They're going to give him a chance. And I definitely think anybody who was brought here before Stearns and Stearns inherited them, this coaching staff, is definitely they should watch out because they're in jeopardy of losing their jobs. And and Barnes for sure. I mean, for sure he should go, and Chavez too.
So Yuki said Steve Cohen is having problems getting building permits. Yes, for Citi Field casinos. Steve Cohen sell the Mets. Who's going to buy the Mets? Not J-Lo, please.
So if you know what, I want to bring this up because, and I hate to do that. This is May, and I'm talking about next year.
Well, you said that we're going to make the playoffs.
No, I know. I so wrong. I'm so disappointed. I really thought they'd be close to 87
Definitely
games.
hopeful
It's
thinking.
not going to happen. and I hate that I have to talk about next year, but I think we're at that point where we need to talk a little bit at least about next year and what they can do, especially if they're going to get rid of a lot of these players. How are we going to replace them? And just one guy, just get Soto. Just get him.
You think Soto's going to want to?
Yeah. I think if they give him enough money, the only guy in Major League Baseball, who could do that would be Cohen. Could pay him.
Let's ask the people who are like on the podcast right now. Soto, do you guys think Soto would sign with the Mets?
Well, do you want him? Of course, he's like.
Of course, everybody wants him.
Yeah, but there's a price to pay for that. And then let's say
Steve has the money, but Soto is not going to want to.
That I do not agree with you.
All right, let's see.
Let's see if I think if the Mets make some moves and show him that whether
as of now, no, he won't.
No, but they're not going to talk about it now.
Yeah,
right. So, and he said he's open to hearing. He did talk about.
Of course, he's not going to go like, oh, don't offer me anything, but. Well, I don't know. Nobody's coming to, but
I'm sure people are thinking about it. But I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Well, I have to.
We're 6:30 now.
Question. Well, I do have a question if we want to do a giveaway, but let's get some more comments first.
Marge is saying that's how she is right now as a New York Giants fan. It's not even halfway, and I'm already looking ahead to the following year.
What? The Giants? They haven't even started yet.
You tell Brenda to.
I got a winning cap on here.
Jessica says Soto would definitely sign with the Mets, and most of the big market teams won't have the cap space to sign him either. Yeah.
And also Cohen doesn't mind paying the luxury tax for him either.
Apparently not.
Because he already pays the luxury tax. So that's not a problem. There is something though, you do get dinged for draft picks having that luxury tax. So
and we have
yeah, so we'll see about that. So I do.
Every season for the last 10 years, Marge. I think it's from her New York
Are you
Giants.
still on the New York Giants? Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got the Rangers tonight. So I wanted to have a relevant trivia question. So it's kind of relevant because I think, we could remember some of the really good Mets teams, in the past. Of course, the ones that won the World Series, like 69, 86, the ones where they made it and, lost.
When they were like a team.
But there's one season that I think that the Mets should have won the World Series and didn't. And they didn't even make the World Series. So...
wow.
And then I'm going to throw the question out after that. Anybody out there?
Well, let's show the beautiful prize.
Yeah. So, and then I'm going to, And Jessica already won a t-shirt.
Tom, your t-shirt is coming.
Yeah. Tom's t-shirt's coming. Okay.
All right. Enough.
All right. So, all right. So the team. Okay. So here's a little hint here.
Okay, March. There's years here already. You want me to show March's 2015.
No, because they were not really good enough to win it.
Yeah, but this is like
Kansas City
based on your.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you felt like that. I didn't. That wasn't what I was thinking. Yeah. So
March
88 for sure. 88 for sure, but that's not what I was thinking.
Yes, Tom. Thank you. You're our biggest fan. Okay, don't forget.
So,
so Yumi said 2000. Oh, wait. No. Yuki said 1988 National League Championship Series. The Mets had a strong season and were favored to win the NLCS against the Los Angeles Dodgers. However, they lost the series in 7 games.
That was horrible.
And here he said 2000 World Series, known as the Subway Series. The Mets faced the New York Yankees.
won
The
one
Mets
game.
had one solid season, but the Yankees were dominant team and won the series in 5 games.
So, okay. So those,
Thank you,
I
Yuki.
definitely agree. Like 88 was one of those, like, you know, you can never get that back. Like, you know, you have this team and you know they're capable of winning and then they don't, and it's so disappointing. But
Tom,
what did Tom say? 2006? That's it.
Tom, you're getting a t-shirt?
No, I have a question. I still don't have the question. That's not the question.
Oh,
That's just what the question's going to be about.
All right, Tom is going to
You
get
can't get
t-shirts?
it this time.
All
No,
right.
you can't answer. Okay. So in 2006, if you're a true Met fan, everybody should know this. All right. Okay.
Go for it.
All right. So who had that amazing catch in the outfield to save?
Oh,
a
I
home
know who that
run
is.
off of- you do, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. To save a
paisano.
home run, and yeah, I was.
Thomas is qualifying himself.
Yeah, good.
Oh, that catch was incredible.
It was. I was at the game.
Yeah.
It was great. And then I should have a part.
Oh, I should have the Jeopardy.
And I should have up.
And each
Oh
other.
no, she won already.
Jessica.
Oh wait, we have a part 2. Okay, Chavez.
Okay, Yuki.
Okay,
we'll
Yuki.
give it to Yuki.
Yuki. All right, we'll give it to you. But also,
Jessica said, okay, if you don't have another t-shirt, we give it to Yuki.
I want to say though that was traumatic 2006 because the way Beltran looked at that third called strike to end that game, with St. Louis winning and going on to the World Series, I've never forgiven him for that.
Wow. So what if he becomes the manager?
No. I guess I will if supposedly he's a good manager.
Yuki says he's really fat. He wears 3XL. We'll work it out. No worries. No. Jessica's giving it to Yuki.
Oh, thanks, Jessica.
Awesome.
That's
well, you
great.
can, even if you don't wear it, you can like put it like behind in your room.
We have large t-shirts.
We're making large t-shirts.
Yeah, we'll get it for you. T-shirts. I'll get your you're on X, right? Yuki, are you on X so I can message you? Let me know. And while we're waiting for that, so just tonight we have Arizona. Yeah, so we have Gallon.
Do you want to do your poll? Like we're gonna win, we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Or which way are we gonna lose if we lose?
Yeah, well, I'm hopeful that Scott will have a good performance tonight, and they'll turn it around.
Even if he does, it would not mean anything if we don't score and then we keep making errors. So let's hope that team meeting worked for something.
Yeah. And then my boy's pitching tomorrow, Severino.
Your little boy,
yeah, and he's Jordan Montgomery's pitching. So the guy we didn't get,
that's
that
right.
we could have gotten.
Yeah.
So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
And and then we go into the weekend, Strawberry Day.
All right, so I'm gonna play your favorite song right now.
Oh, okay. Did you respond? Not yet. Let me see.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known.
with like a brace on
it for a double play,
right? That's right. We didn't really talk too much about
there's so much to talk about. Hopefully our dreams are not broken.
Hey, you in the Rangers tonight?
Well, I want to thank each and everyone who's joining us.
Thank you for Rant. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Share with others and tell your friends, neighbors, everybody, family. Have them come on again. We also record, so you can watch it anytime. the viewers later. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. We love you.
Thank you.
Enjoy watching us more than the talking heads about the file. Far more enjoyable.
All right.
Tom says Jordan Montgomery is not pitching very well this year.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's got like a 4.65 ERA. So you're right.
Let's go Mets.
Yeah. Let's go Mets. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Go Rangers.